Hi, my name is Robert. This video is designed to give you step-by-step detailed instruction on completing the task at hand. Visit my YouTube channel and watch my disclaimer video. And please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you find the information you're looking for. Thank you very much for watching. Okay, I'm getting ready to put the dash back in. So one thing I want to make sure that I do is slide the dash properly over the steering column area. Get the wings under the corners there and here so that I can screw those in, and make sure I get this grounding strap out of the way so that it's able to be bolted on one of those bolts in the bottom of the airbag. So let me go ahead and set the dash in place. Here are the tools I use to pull this dash out. I got a little flat tip screwdriver. It's wedged, so a bone tool will be better. A little Phillips for an odd screw I had. A T25 and a T30 reversible Volvo screwdriver. Your 3/8 inch short extension, 18 millimeter deep well. The 3/8 ratchet, and the breaker cheater that I use to break the steering wheel loose. I got the small hex head, T25, T30 bits, an 8 millimeter ratchet, 1/4 inch short extension, the adapter for the torque bits, the 10 millimeter, the swivel, the 1/4 inch ratchet, 1/4 inch screwdriver, and my crescent wrench that I use as a cheater to get those screws out of the back of the airbag. So if you got any questions on tools, let me know, but those are the few tools I used. Okay, it appears that I have the dash in place. I got my ground wire there, my airbag wire there. Over here I got both my climate control plugs, my 2 radio plugs, my 2 antennas, and down there I got my big electrical connector. I got my 2 wings in place, and then in the center it appears that those are lined up. So the first thing I'm going to do is go outside and bolt in those 4 bolts through the firewall. Okay, before you snug any of these bolts down, make sure you got all 4 started. I got the far right one started, then I just went across. Got that one started, got that one started, then I got the one started under the that far corner under the wiper. Now I'm going to snug them down a little bit, then I'm going to go back across and tighten them down. I wouldn't tighten them too tight, but heck, I'm probably going to hit them probably about 10 foot-pounds. Okay, I got all 4 bolts tightened down. Next thing I'm going to do is clean out my cabin filter. It just has a little bit of junk on top of it. The filter itself is not totally dirty. Connect the wiper arms, and then I'm going to put the panel on that goes on the base of the windows and covers all that stuff. Okay, I tucked the lip of that panel under the base of the windshield trim. It is easier to get that in with the top of your fuse box removed, but I didn't remove it. I put the 5 screws in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put the seal across the front of it. I put the windshield wipers on, tightened them down 13 millimeter, and put the caps on it in both locations, and I hooked up the drain tubes. So I'm pretty much done under here other than hooking up the battery. Let's go inside and start to put the inside together. Next thing I'm going to do is put these 2 screws in on each side, and then put these 2 screws in the middle. Okay, I clipped the trim in on both sides. Now I'm going to work on putting the steering wheel on, but remember I had this problem with these mounts broken on this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these 2 screws, unplug this, and replace it with the used one that I picked out of the salvage yard. Okay, I got the replacement one installed. I plugged in the horn wire in the back of it, plugged in the wire here, I think it's for the airbag. Then I screwed in the 3 screws on the corners of it. And don't tighten those screws too tight or you can shatter these mounts. Next thing I'm going to do is hook up my turn signal stock and my wiper stock and screw them on. When you put your stocks on, make sure those brass alignment washers are seated into the metal on the column. Next thing I'm going to do is put my steering wheel on. I'm going to feed this through the center of the steering wheel. I'm going to line up my marks with the marks on the inside of the steering wheel, and then I'm going to snug the bolt on. Okay, I got the steering wheel bolt torqued down. Now's a good time to clean the dirt out around the crevices of your horn airbag. Now I'm going to put the airbag on. Now remember, I got to take this screw out here. I'm going to store it back here with this piece of paper on it. I'm going to plug the airbag in, and then I'm going to put the right screw in first. This screw goes in first, then this screw, so it doesn't damage the horn. Okay, I got the airbag going. I tightened the right one down first, and then the left one. Next, I'm going to go ahead and connect my electrical. I'm going to go ahead and, as you can see, I got the release pulled out, put it in place, slide it in, and lock in the locking tab. Okay, the connector's in place and the locking tab is all the way secure. Next thing I'm going to do is drop my cluster in place and connect all 4 connectors on it. Okay, your cluster slides in from the right side. It drops down in here. It has pegs on the bottom that falls into their guide holes. And then, of course, you clip the tops in. So, go ahead and lock down the cluster and connect those last 3 connectors. I already did the one in the back. Now I'm going to plug in the climate control unit and push it in place. Then I'm going to plug in the stereo and push it in place and secure it. Now I'm going to go ahead and slide the ashtray in place. Now I'm going to go ahead and install my center console. So I'm going to clean up this piece here. I'm going to clean up this boot here. They're just easier to clean with it out. Set my center console in place and secure it in. While you have this center console out, is the best time to clean it, especially between the seats. Remember, while installing it, you got that tip in the front that needs to go in the dash, and then your 2 wire connectors that need to go under there. So make sure you get all that stuff cleaned up and ready to go back in. Okay, I secured the 2 8mm screws in there. I secure both the T25s under there, and now I'm going to put on the little piece that sits by the parking brake, put on my OBD2 cover, and install my armrest. Set the coin holder in place. I'm going to plug those 2 seat heater cannon plugs into this and then snap it in place and install the corn horn. Go ahead and install the shifter. Set it in place, push it all the way down, and then give it a hit. Then I'm going to secure the boot. I'm going to wipe that boot off over there and then attach it to the top column cover and secure it. I just set it in place. You can't secure it in place until you get the bottom cover on, and the bottom cover on this car is busted up, so I'm going to see if I can retrieve one out of the salvage yard. Okay, I picked up this lower collar from the junkyard. The other one was all shattered on the inside, all the mounting points. So I'm going to go ahead and install it, and as you can see, it's got a couple of tabs on the inside for the top collar to snap onto. Okay, now to install the top collar, if you look all the way to the back, it has some areas that this hooks over to. So you hook on the right and the left, and you pivot it down close to get it lined up right, and then you put your little boots in the tracks. Next thing I'm going to do is put the dash pad on. So I want to make sure that my speaker wires are exposed where I can get a hold of them, and go ahead and set the dash pad in place. Now that the dash pad is in place, the first thing you want to do is start these 3 bolts for your airbag, making sure you hook the ground up to one and you plug the airbag in. Next, I put the screws in across the dash pad. I got the one on the far end, I got the one in the speaker, I got the one just right at the clip on the bottom, one right in this corner, I got the 2 in the center vent, I got the 2 up there, I got the one in this vent, the one in that speaker, and then the one on that far side. I snug these down. If you tighten them real tight, you'll probably just crack and shatter the dash and the dash pad mounts, so don't tighten them too tight. Next, I'm going to hook up my speakers on both sides, put them in place, and then I'm going to put in my air vents. On the speaker, you plug the plug in, you clip the front end in, you set the rear ends down, get the pins in place, and then pop the pins in like that. Next thing I did was put the lower panel in and put the screws in right here. Next, I'm going to slide the glove box in and put the 6 screws in it. Okay, I got the glove box slid in place and put all the T25 screws in it. Don't tighten them down too tight, just snug them down. If you tighten them too tight, you'll probably just crack the mounting points. Then you'll have something else making noise in here. Okay, I got the dash pad installed, the glove box in, everything's in and ready to go for a test drive. Okay, I got the dash in. It's quiet as a mouse. I'm hitting rough, patchy road. The only thing I hear now is suspension noise. So the dash tab thing appears to be working great. If you feel that this information was beneficial, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can also subscribe to my channel so that you can get notification of future videos that I post. Visit my channel. I have all types of do-it-yourself videos there. You can leave questions here and I'll try to respond to them as quick as possible. You can also visit my website at robertspinner.com. Thanks again for watching.